I'm Nancy Hines, the CEO of the Signal 13 Foundation, and I am sitting here today with Detective Brandan Bolt and his lovely wife Kasima. And we have been working with the family, specifically in November of 2020, when the detective was shot while in the line of duty. Do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Yes, so more of November 2020 was doing surveillance for one of my cases. Armed center came up to the car. I ended up getting shot in my left leg.
And it's a scary thing, you know, officers put their lives on the line every day to protect the citizens of Baltimore, so thank you for your service. And I know as a spouse, when you get that dreaded call, you know, what was going through your mind through the whole thing?
At first, I thought he was joking, only because he has this thing where he has a designated person, if anything was to happen to him, that he calls them and then lets them know, like, you need to contact my wife. So when they called me and told me, I was like, you have to be kidding, because I just talked to him not even 40 minutes ago and he was fine. And that's when they kind of told me, like, you know, you really need to get dressed and come to the hospital. And that's, you know, the second time when they said that to me, that's when I was like, okay, this is not a joke anymore. I need to get dressed and go to the hospital. They just eased the process of worrying about how I was going to not only take care of my husband in a time of need, but also worrying about, you know, how things were going to function while I was focusing on taking care of my husband. So that took a huge burden off of being concerned about anything else other than being focused on making sure the health of my husband is what it needed to be.
And we are happy you're here with us today.
Thank you.
And you're back to work, right?
Yes.
Okay. So we are, you know, that's why Signal 13 exists, is
Yeah.
to help families like yours. If you're injured in the line of duty, if you have an unexpected illness, if you have unexpected financial trouble, and we also, I know you have a little girl with
Yes.
one on the way.
Yes.
So we also give college scholarships to the children of police officers and civilians that work in the department. So that's what Signal 13 does. We're happy to help you. You were telling me earlier there was another incident that happened that didn't involve Signal 13 because you didn't know, you were not aware of it, right?
Yes. So from the incident that happened before, it was about going into his second year. So we had just moved to Baltimore. You know, we're not from here. So him just getting into the police force and, you know, me not really having the knowledge, you know, of police officers in my family to kind of be in that kind of world. He had gotten injured, and immediately that, you know, I didn't know what to do. My main focus is always to make sure that he's okay and make sure everything is okay with him. But also at the end of the time I was pregnant, and so I wasn't able to work. I was on, you know, disability. And so it made it very difficult, you know, for us to get certain things that we needed. I'm very grateful that we had the support of all of our family and friends to get through. But in a time of need, you don't want to kind of talk to people about it. You don't want to include anybody in certain things. So we kind of suffered, not really suffered, but kind of went through it in silence. And so this time around when the accident happened, my main concern was, oh my God, my husband. But my other concern was like, okay, you know, now that I know he's okay, I know how this process goes. He's not going to be able to work for a while. So, you know, bills are still going to come. You know, how are we going to get by? And literally, I don't even remember who it was. A little birdie was like, hey, I know of this foundation called Signal 13. Maybe you should call them and just see what they can do. And it was kind of like that whisper just went away. That's why I'm like, I don't know who said it to me. And the next day I called, and immediately you guys answered. And as soon as I heard you guys' voice and you kind of made me feel like, you know, everything's going to be okay. We got you. I was like, okay, you know, like it just took tons and tons of stress off of my back, which allowed me to be attentive to my husband, and now in the picture my daughter, you know. So everything just happened like fell into place for us.
We're very happy we could be there for you.